Hey, what's going on, everyone? So this dream, let's start off with it's a bunch of dreams, but this dream, I had a dream where it's a wolf dream where like there was a bunch of wolves at my house or something like that. I don't really remember, but anyways, I guess I was at. So I guess it was like some dude's pets or that these wolves. And, like I had a cousin who, and he said that his buff roommate throwing junk behind my house in the junk pile. I asked him if he was a shapeshifter or something related to with. Oh yeah, so this dream I think is connected to the one with the dude who crawls like a centipede on the swing set, and I think that's what that is. And there's wolves. Earlier he said no, he was a tweaker fiend of one of his homies who left the hut for no reason. So I guess he had another friend who left the house, and that was his friend who's a dope fiend or like crawled like a centipede. And the dream ends. I don't know why. It's just me talking about that. But before, like my cousins went to get the truck. They went to get a truck. They were in my house playing video games. I turned off TV before letting my dogs out. Man, I was scared a wolf would harm or eat them because the wolves were huge, up to my waist with sharp teeth. I had to wear my Logic thick jacket. So I had this like thick winter jacket that was I bought from a Logic concert. It was pretty cool. And I used it to protect me from their bites because it was thick. That's the end of that dream. So I was trying to protect my dogs from like wolves by this like dope fiend who crawled on a swing set like a centipede. Anyways, the second dream, I teleported into a jail entrance that looks kind of like a hospital entrance or like kind of like a hospital. And I was going to call my dad when I saw this cute blonde chick who walked in a green tank top and polka dot underwear, and she looks like this like really cute hot blonde. While she was entering the two big doors, I was asking her if she wanted to fornicate with me before we lock up for the night. She said it's called the swing, and yes, she's down. The nurse who heard the conversation said, I heard all of that, and there will be no dirty business in the building. The blonde girl asked the nurse if she had a rubber condom for medicine purposes she needed from a young buck who was me. That's what it says. And the nurse said no. Blonde girl came out. Oh, yeah, so I guess the nurse said no. Then the blonde girl came out and said, no condom, and we can't have sex or we'll get in trouble. I said, no worries, even though I was all butthurt, because I'm always going to be butthurt because if I get rejected. Then she said, I'd be back to use the restroom in a few, which was a signal to meet her in the restroom. Like, she winked at me and said, I'm going to the restroom. And then she said she'll be back on the restroom, which was a signal to meet her. I said, okay, bet. Then she left. I examined the area, a bunch of loony. So I'm like waiting for the coast, like when to like leave to go to the women's bathroom. And I was like, when's the perfect time? But I think now is the perfect time because as soon as she went in, I'm looking at all my surroundings and I just see dudes who are like drugged up on like meds that the hospital is giving them or the jail. And they're all drugged up and they're like drooling and then like their heads are all shaved and they're bald. So it's like, yeah, I think this is a good time to go to the bathroom and shag. So that's what I did. And as soon as I walked in, it says that I closed the door, and then the dream ends. So I didn't really get no action because the dream ended. So that one really sucked. But, let's see. Here's more dreams. So I had a nightmare. I was in high school again at the age 23 with freshmen. And some kids that were my age, or people that are my age, like that I grew up with, also had to repeat school. And then the 12th grade, and we had to babysit all the grade classes. Like, we had to be, like, role models and crap, which is bullshit. I'm mad, so I was cursing. I was so pissed off, I was cursing a storm, calling the staff words the N-word. The principal told me to watch my mouth. I said, why? Hold on. I said, why? I'm calling everyone me slurs, plus you ain't give me any pussy, so why should I respect the 12th grade and babysit these little shits? That's what I said. And like I have to repeat high school again and I have to babysit babies and I'm not getting head? Are you kidding me? This is a triple three mass problem. So I think that if anything, I'm gonna have the right to complain. I had the power to turn any chick on. Okay, so this was later in the dream. I had the power to turn any chick on by their butts falling on my wiener, wanting. So that's like my superpower in this dream. I can actually turn on chicks, so which is pretty cool. And then hold on. For the record, I was grabbing two of my teacher's butts and an old friend that always picked on me. Also, neighbor rich school. So I guess the school that we're at was a rich school that looks kind of like a church and that stuff. And then I guess there was like another other people that I met there that I went to school with. Anyways, the dream ends right there, and then further, let's see. So it went from going to school at a church, and then went to fishing near a lake that got smaller near this lake house and stuff. So it was this lake. There's this lake and that stuff that kept getting smaller and smaller, and we were fishing, but then the lake dried up so quick that it turned into two ponds. And so I just remember the fish were flopping on like dry land and that stuff because the water like dried up so quick. I don't remember it being hot, but that's what happened in the dream. And then what happened after that is that Seth Rogen or like that stuff, like in the dream, like there's that rich fancy house there and it's owned by Seth Rogen, and he invites us everybody to dinner, which I thought was cool because I was gonna explain to him my stoner genre story, and I brought the papers and everything. And just as I was about to show him the papers and read it, I noticed that there's been some changes. And it turned out in my dream, my grandmother messed up the story and that stuff. And she wrote different shit on it, which pissed me the fuck off in the dream. What's funny is I feel like she would do that in real life, dude. Like, she thinks, like, she's such a control freak, dude. If you understood, like, this dream pissed me off. I was pissed off in my dream, dude. Like, I hated her for ruining my stoner genre, my paper. I had to rewrite everything, and I couldn't show it to Seth Rogen at the time. I was fucking pissed, dude. And I had this other dream where, like, my grandmother, there was a bomb in the house, right? And I'm like, we gotta get the fuck out of here because there's a bomb in the house that's gonna explode. And my grandmother's like, over my dead body, I'm not leaving. You know what? So, like, I'm dying here. I don't care. There's a bomb. I'm like, we gotta go. And she's like, no, I'm not going. Well, I screamed, fuck you, Grandma. And so I left the house. But I woke up because I screamed that out loud outside of my dream and in person. So yeah, so that's how much trust I have with my grandmother, especially as you can tell with my dreams. And then I had this, so I guess I had this rant or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, I have this rant, and I'm gonna tell you this rant because I don't know what this rant is. If I wrote this, if I was pissed, I'm pretty sure I wrote this because I was pissed. But this is what I said: Pussy put me on earth to decriminalize prostitution worldwide, decriminalize abortion worldwide, and stop the population of humans from growing, from creating more war, to new laws, one child only, to stop stupid women and stupid men from making more retarded mistakes, giving life a chance to grow. Pussy will give me the weapon to exterminate all men and only let women live. Silver Sun Pickups. I don't know what Silver Sun Pickups is, but anyways, that's what I wrote because I was pissed off. I don't remember why I was pissed off, but that's what I wrote because I was pissed off, and I just wanted to share that because I thought that's funny. And then I had this dream that Insane Clown Posse ICP, they kidnapped me, and I was at like a brothel or something like that. I was trying to go to like a brothel that was in the middle of nowhere in a desert. And it was like a Western bar and a bowling alley on one side and an arcade on another side. Then on the side where a concert stage was a side door that said brothel. It had Asians, black chicks, all legal ages and sizes and beauty. But I always went broke, getting sent back, always getting stranded or crashing in the canyon where this evil witch lived. No, she did not want to fuck. Went back to brothel. ICP kidnapped me thinking I didn't have any money. I smashed a teacher and 20 other chicks, and that's all it says. I don't really remember that dream that much. I remember getting kidnapped by ICP, and they take me to this like cabin or something like that, and they put a blindfold over my head and that stuff, and I could recognize their voices. That was the only way I knew it was kidnapped by Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope, but I don't really remember the brothel. It reminds me of that other brothel dream where I fixed brothel, like, because it was bad, it was illegal and that stuff, and I made it more legal and that stuff, and I thought that was cool. Even though I'm pretty sure I'm so lazy. I don't think I can accomplish anything that significant. But I wish. That's cool. But let's see. And then I had another dream where like an old German friend and that stuff, and like I guess like his parents and that stuff had a newborn and that stuff, and all of them were visiting me, and like they're visiting my dad and that stuff and me, like just to say hi. And what's funny is like in the dream I kept dropping like their newborn baby, like they kept handing me the baby and I keep dropping the baby and I'm like, whoops. I don't know why I keep doing this. And it's funnier than shit. And yet like I can balance the kid on my foot and that stuff when I dropped the kid, which I thought was funnier than shit. I don't know why. I don't know why I kept dropping the kid, but I did. And then after that ended up dating a black chick in the dream. I cleaned my house because my house is a dirty mess. So I cleaned the house while she worked in the dream. We met at work. That's how I guess we met. I met her at work. I don't know if I work there anymore. I don't know. I don't really care. I had a dream. A school system locked us down in prison. 40 kids slept in rooms while 2.5 of under sleep in jail cells. While locked down, some get released, others don't. There were pets, cats. Yeah, so it was like an underground jail, and it felt like a dome, like a Bioshock dome. And what's crazy in that dream, I remember specifically, is the doors were kind of like those big vault doors. Are pretty hard to open. And I remember just specifically in that dream, like, there were cats in the dorms that were also sharing the rooms with cats, like pet cats. And, like, these cats were on, like, cocaine and that stuff, and they can talk. And that's all I remember in the dream. Yeah, they're cats on cocaine, and they can speak a lot. I guess I asked the cat how long they'd been there, and they said a year. I knocked out. I guess I beat the fuck out of 3 dudes, and the last one was Hart. He dragged me around. He body slammed me, which somehow he fell down and hit his head, knocking himself out. And then I took pills that gave me like space powers, like 0 gravity, and I was able to like jump in slow motion. It was pretty cool. And I guess there's this chick and that stuff that rejected me a lot in real life, and I guess she got released and that stuff. And I guess like I don't really remember what it says. I don't know. I'm pretty sure something happened, but I don't really remember. But it just said that there was a person that I got released there. So I don't know. That's pretty much the end of those dreams. So peace.